Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And they've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. And the Cyclones will put total leather and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Cincinnati's offense will take the first swing of the game. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Balkinson. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
With the carry, it's the runback.
And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Cyclones' offense will go to work for the first time today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
And this just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The run to the left. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that catch.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Gets it out fast. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll go to the air. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Cincinnati, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and running.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a lineman.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line. The give from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Madden. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. It's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. New Mexico State was anything but dominant today, but the Aggies are going to leave Memorial Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Iowa State 14, Cincinnati 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Caught near the sideline, it's Matt. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Out of the shotgun on third down. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
Cincinnati, 3.
And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They give it to him again. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Looking for a big gain. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Balkinson. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I love that play call defensively because it's 3rd and long. You know that the offense is going to throw it. So why not dial up an exotic? Why not bring a blitz and help your pass rush get home to the QB?
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Going up top on 1st down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They'll leave it with him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself. Do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Cyclones are rolling down the field. He makes a grab, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
Cincinnati, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some...
It's complete! A huge pickup! He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Bearcats send out the punt unit.
Number 12, on to kick it away.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They bring the punter onto the field now. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking for an open man on second down. Stands in and takes the hit. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And to me, that is the downside of a flea flicker, man. Sometimes it creates so much momentum in a big play, but a lot of times you see this, Palmer, the quarterback wants to force it, take that big shot, and be so aggressive.
There's going to be a conversation after this game between the offensive play caller and his head coach. The big man's going to be asking why he's dialing up trick plays to turn the football over. That is not what is supposed to happen when you dial up a flea flicker.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Cincinnati.
The Cyclones will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
He's got it.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones! And the stomping has commenced. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Makes the score. Iowa State 35, Cincinnati 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
Handoff from the gun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And the Cyclones have their offense in high gear. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Iowa State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 26.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Iowa State 42, Cincinnati 6.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. They finally make the stop with the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Sends it downfield. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The catch is made, but he's beyond the sideline, so they'll turn it over on downs. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Line gets set, first down.
Get set.
The give to the back. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. And the Cyclones get it past the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Coming after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Buys a little extra time. Firing to the right, complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Pressure coming. Touchdown, Cyclones! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back to throw, it's Balkinson. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up.
In blue.
Wide out in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll be brought down.
These guys aren't unique. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. He's got his man. Whew, what his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10.
Green 25.
To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their